All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. Morning Masters Podcast, your host, made of course, back with another Thinking Out Loud. First and foremost, of course, as always, I want to say thank you to the supporters, the listeners. Um, every week, I just feel like overwhelmed with support, whether it's an episode I put on YouTube, whether it's a snippet I put on Facebook, IG, even my Snapchat, my Reels. Reels been doing really good lately. TikTok. I don't really be on TikTok like that, but apparently TikTok is doing it does well rather. So shout out to all the supporters on all platforms across social media. I really do appreciate all the support all the time, every time. It's not one supporter that I don't appreciate, whether it's you support in a positive way, a negative way. I don't know. I feel like if you got two negative supporters, you know what they say about negatives makes positive. So hey, we're gonna rock with it, right? So hopefully I got an even number of negative supporters, so that makes you half that, whatever that is, half of that is all positive. So um, shout out to y'all all the time, man. And you know another thing is when you in the position I'm in for like putting out content weekly, week in, week out, sometimes you could feel like what you're saying is repetitive, especially when like so I do content, right? So I'm doing this. This is content, and then I might have a conversation, and that's not content, but I'm having a conversation about previous content or future content or even current content. So a lot of times things seem so repetitive that I need to know that y'all are in tune and that y'all are interested in what I'm saying. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I don't know. My sound been kind of wild lately. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But y'all all interested in what I'm saying, the things that I'm talking about. I try to make it to where if I put out any kind of content, whether my personal page, whether it be More Than Masters page, whether it be Main and Slim page, that the content is still potent, but obviously different versions of things going different on different platforms. So like if we do something, or if I do something and somebody curses a lot, like too much, or it's just not. Slim made a joke the other day. He said, the main content is kid friendly, and I wouldn't say that, but I know he was joking, of course, but I wouldn't say it's kid friendly. It is though, but I wouldn't describe it as kid friendly. I would more so describe it like as an adult, you can listen to it with your kids around, and that's my main purpose because I also feel like me being who I am, the type of person I am, I'm naturally wanting to teach. I naturally want to to have a influence. I want to influence. I want to empower. I want to educate. Those are things I try to do within the podcast too. If you ever notice, like I have people on that I don't necessarily know, but I feel like whatever they could talk about would be educational to the average person my age, or just in my circle, or just from the listeners, my listeners. I feel like if you're a certain age or of a certain generation, or educational wise, or just intellectual wise, I always think about what's the next best thing for that person, that listener, and I think that's another thing that has always let me, or a reason why I've always stood out in a city, in a world of just a multiple podcasts is that you have to plan and execute in a high what's the word I'm looking for, execute. I don't know. Very productively. I don't know. I just execute well. I say that I execute well, and I try to do that on a consistent basis, which is something I'm gonna get into in a second. But yeah, man, I really try to make sure that all the content I put out is always educational. And if you're driving somewhere, if you're listening to it, that you don't have to turn it off because your kids is around. Because I'm 100% for the notion that your kids are a reflection of you. And yes, rap music you might listen to because you got curses in it. Certain movies you can't watch, sexual scenes, explicit language, stuff like that. Not saying you're not gonna curse on my podcast. I curse sometimes on the podcast, but it won't be to where you gotta, hey, get out the room. It's like I like the content to be where if a kid wanna soak something up from it a kid wanna soak something up from it, she or he can. So that's always the goal. So shout out to Slim. He's a funny guy, man. Shout out to Slim for that. Speaking of Slim, man, shout out to him, man. He helped me out last night. Last night, man, my guy Carlton T. Clay, the Carlton T. Clay, all right, writer, producer, director, you name it, it's him. Comedian, spoken word artist, actor, all right. He had a premiere red carpet event for his movie For the Love of Christmas, which is coming out November 1st. So make sure y'all go on Tubi, on any platform it's on, November 1st, and go watch For the Love of Christmas. Share it, send it to your auntie, your uncles, all that stuff. I want to spread positivity, man. Let's spread somebody positive stuff. You know, a lot of times, I'm gonna get into what I'm talking in a second, but a lot of times, you know, and I'm not being a preacher and saying don't do this, because we all do it. Something negative happened, a joke, something that's funny. Somebody got played, somebody got shitted on. See, I curse every now and then. Kids ain't gotta leave the room. They ain't gotta leave the room. Like I said, the kids ain't gotta leave the room. I ain't cursing too much. You know, somebody get ished on. It's an embarrassing moment for somebody. We screenshot it, video record it, we put it out, we send it out, we send it out, we send it out. I want to do the same thing with positive things. So November 1st, go on Tubi, any platform that For the Love of Christmas is on. I want y'all to share it, send it out to a friend, email blast it, send it to your work email. I don't care where you send it at. Send it to 5 people. Let's start spreading positivity. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Carlton T. Clay, man. He had a dope premiere. This is my first ever premiere being at. I couldn't like fully enjoy it like as a spectator, because I was there doing interviews. I was there working. Shout out to my guy Carl. You know, I'm gonna come through for him. He needed somebody to come through do interviews, and he felt like I was the best fit for that. So me and Slim, we linked up. Of course, he on the camera, I'm on the mic, and we did it, man. It was dope. I think we got some good pre-interviews, some great post-interviews, which is all around good affair. I never seen a red carpet event at the movie theater. It's funny, you go to the movie theater all the time, man. You see these movies that's doing 100 million, 60 million, 50 million, 40 million during the weekend. It's blockbuster, 20 million throughout the weekend. You know what I'm saying? These Kevin Hart's, you know what I'm saying? The Rock. You got these big time actors and actresses that you see in these movie theaters, and to be able to go to an event where I'm seeing not only my guy, you know, who directed the movie, his movie on a big screen, but also seeing the actors and actresses that's in the movie that I've seen in real life, that I can see and touch, whether it's in the city, just outside the city, on social media, who be in my likes. You know, I'll be in their likes. We comment and stuff, and we talk to each other every now and then. To see that on a big screen was really dope. And that was inspiring. It was inspiring, man, definitely. I think my best part of that whole ordeal was, it probably was interviewing the parents. And I don't know why. I guess I'm a sentimental kind of guy, if you haven't noticed. Like, I like things that resonate with you. I like things that you're going to take on forever. I feel like you got to be unforgettable. You want to be unforgettable. You want to be influential. You want to be something or somebody that's going to make somebody want to be something to somebody. And to interview his parents at a red carpet event, you know what I'm saying, and you watching Carlton, like I'm interviewing, but I'm also watching him work the room where he's trying to, you know, he's still in director mode, which he shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? He in director mode, shouldn't really be in director mode, but, you know, he is taking pictures, you know what I'm saying, just happy, joyful, you know, embracing all the love that's there around his theater for him and for VPN. And interviewing the parents was dope, because just asking them, like, you know, the growth of their son, the growth of their child, like him coming from doing stage theater, interviewing his friends, you know, from doing stage theater. Lighting was bad, camera work was bad, audio was bad, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even the video work was bad, like the actual visual was bad. To see that and then come from that and then be where you're at, as far as you being on a big screen and being in movies in the movie theater in your hometown and being able to throw a red carpet event, man, I think that's great. And his parents said just that, and then to give him words of wisdom, just to see how happy they look, dressed up, you know what I'm saying? Like, treating this, you know, it's almost like how I feel about the BET Award. I feel like sometimes for a while we kind of like ished on the BET Awards. Told you kids can stay in the room, right? We kind of ished on the BET Awards, and for a long time, not taking it seriously. You go to the Grammys, you go all done up. Go to the Oscars, you all done up. Go to the black shows, you know, wear a little fitted cap, you know what I'm saying, a little sweatshirts and chains. Really wild, you know what I'm saying? So to see people even come near and be dressed up, you know, like a gala type of vibe, this was dope, man. Like, and shout out to Carlton. Like, he throw things like that. And a lot of times, you know, I know for me at least, right? Now, is it my kind of style? Like, what I do it? I think creatively, I don't think that way. But I would love to be a part of something like that. I just probably couldn't throw it myself. But if somebody threw that for me or something like that, yeah, I definitely was. And I'm not throwing hints out. Nobody do nothing crazy. But I definitely would, you know, I would definitely partake in something like that. I think it was dope, man. It was good to see. I lost the bet. He got a little emotional at the end. It was, you know, he had a speech. But I mean, I understand it. I'm not an emotional person, but I don't put my feelings on how somebody else should feel. But I think when you come from one section to a whole nother section, you graduate to something way bigger. All these trials and tribulations you done been through, all the hate you done fought through, all the growth you done did trying to like oversee the hate. We have that problem sometimes where we only focus on the negative and we don't focus on the positive. So to overcome all that, you know what I'm saying? To have these thoughts of your hometown, I don't get support there, I don't get the support there, but you work, you get better, you overcome that, you start getting the support because you're not thinking about it no more. So now everybody locally is supporting you, your hometown supporting you. So to be in front of all the people who support you in this big theater, you know what I'm saying? And it's just I can see how emotions will pour. You're looking at everybody so beautiful in the crowd, everybody dressed up, and they out here for you. They out here for you. A lot of people struggle with trying to get support, trying to build up support, trying to navigate what's good support, what's not good support, what's the right amount of support, whether it's numbers, whether it's being genuine, whether it's impact, whether it's all support are different for different people. But a lot of people struggle with it because until you actually have it and you have a niche, whatever word, I don't know how you want to use it, a home, you know what I'm saying? You feel comfortable in the area. I think it's hard for people to really grasp that concept of it's gonna work itself out. It's gonna work itself out. And I think to see someone like that who I've seen grow in the past 5 years of me knowing them tremendously, to get up there and just just you talking, but you feeling it at that time. Everything I'm saying, you feeling it in that moment. It's like, damn, I just successful movie. I'm getting these movie deals now. I remember he was talking about wanting to be able to pay people to be in movies. Now he's getting paid to do movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's dope, man. It's a dope thing. So shout out to him, man. But what that really told me and really opened my eyes to was how that feeling, you know what I'm saying? That feeling, you can feel like that every day, man. Not you, Carlton, just in general. Like people, we can feel like that every day. All it takes is really surrounding ourselves with people who support us. And I said a little while ago, too often, we get hung up on the person that says a negative comment or the person that doesn't say the most positive comment. We get caught up on criticism. We get caught up on somebody not liking something to the level you wanted them or I wanted them or we wanted them to like it at. Right? We get caught up on that a lot of times. And we miss out on, really engaging in and participating with the people who supporting us on a daily basis. You got people that message you all the time, that leave you these long reviews, that have hit you up. No matter what content you put out, you got certain people who are going to hit you up regardless, and you'll overlook that for criticism or a comment. Someone who don't message you anyway, or somebody sending you, which you won't get to a little while, somebody sending you some negative stuff. You got to block all that out. You got to block all that, and you got to embrace that positivity. And it's there. That's the thing. I don't care if you got one person, if you got two people, or just 4, 5, whatever, less than 5. If you only got 5 supporters and it's 5 people in your life giving you positivity in a particular something you push in an entity, something you got going on, whatever emotion you have, only 5, and it's you here, you need to embrace yourself in them 5. You should be like this. It should be y'all all like this. That's how you're going to blossom. All right? That's how you're going to blossom. But what happens is you have all this over here, and you focus on this one little thing over here, way over here, that's dissing you. I don't like it. And instead of all these people right here saying, I love it, I like it, dope, I want one, I want to support, I love it, I like it, I want to support, this is the best, I want one, how much? You go over there, it's one finger. You got 5 supporters. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's where we mess up at. And I saw that yesterday. I said, damn, I get it, it's a celebratory event, but in the same breath, we can celebrate ourselves every day. Every single day we can celebrate ourselves. And I'm not, for me personally, I think I've been moved on from that. Like I just, if you like this stuff, you like this stuff, man. Even my type in this, the type of person I go after. Like I'm not gonna chase nobody. Like if you like me, you like me. That's just what it is. Like why would I be? It could be like 10 beautiful women over there, whatever it can be. I'm not gonna just run over there to get the attention of beautiful women. I got one beautiful woman who like me right here. I just need to build on that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the mindset. You know what I'm saying? In general, so I always wanted to be around what was genuine. You're not gonna top a genuine feeling. Somebody genuinely liking you, you're not gonna top that. Somebody genuinely supporting you, you're not gonna top that, because that means they're supporting you regardless. Whether you like them or not, they like you. Whether you put out good or bad material, they're supporting you. That's genuine. You can't top that. You're not. It's like it's inevitable. You're not gonna be able to top genuine. Like that's one of the best things you could be in life is genuine. You can't top uh, anybody being genuine. All right, you can't top that. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Carlton Clay, man. That was real eye opening. I look at events differently. Like somebody might have seen that event and thought it was this and thought it was that and thought it was that. I look at it differently. I look at how the event was, how the night was, how he lit up, how he was happy, and I feel like that's an everyday thing we can do if we just put ourselves in the right position to be happy every day. Sometimes we put ourselves in a position to be mad. Look who you're waking up next to. That's why you're mad. You know you're not supposed to look at the next person. You know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Look who you're around. That's why you're mad. Look at your friends. Before I get to my next thing, I wanted to read a post. Matter of fact, read a post while I'm on this topic because I asked this person, could I read it on a pod, and they said yes. I'm not gonna say their name though. Oh, wrong post. It says a close friend deleted her Facebook page, trying to grow from a bad relationship. Someone told her that her ex had been talking about her like a dog on Facebook. She asked if I knew. I told her yes. She got upset that I didn't tell her. If somebody has moved on with their life and their spirit is in a good place, don't plant seeds that will distract them. A real friend isn't the messenger who brings you mess. A real friend supports you while you're moving on, knowing you're better off not even knowing. And I'm not gonna lie, I might have spoke about that about 80,000 times in the past. I'm exaggerating. But I've spoke about it a lot. I wholeheartedly agree with that post. And it's not too many things that I'm a wholeheartedly agree with. I went through a phase in my life where that was my favorite word. So I was wholeheartedly agree with everything. But this is one of the posts like I really wholeheartedly agree with because like I just said, you got to surround yourself with things that's going to better you. You got to surround yourself with things that's going to have you push forward. It's going to have you elevate. As a friend, I always feel like this. If I have a friend, I'm going to use a relationship advice too, as an example too. If I have a friend, got divorced or had a bad breakup, just not over a person, whatever the case may be, trying to struggle getting over that person, right? Woman or male or female, I don't care. I'm not going to be telling you things that's going to rile you up or get you upset. I'm not going to be sending you messages or screenshots of things they're saying, because you know what that does? That keep you in that space. It keep you in that space. I'll be this person. I'm not actually. I would probably, for every negative thing that I see, I might just call you and just lift your spirit up just because, like, hit you up and be like, yo, we should do this, that, and third. Like, that'd be my mindset. Like, I feel like a lot of times we look at friends as friends. I'm in management, right? So management, it's a bunch of titles that have way more than one thing. So you can put management as like, oh, you're a manager. You can put a friend as you're supposed to care. Those are very vague titles. A friend should be caring. A manager should manage. A parent should parent. You know what I'm saying? Family should be family. These are like very vague concepts. Because when you break those down, if I had family or friend or a husband or wife, mother, parent, I said that one already, teacher, it's certain things that you can be. Whereas if we do dashes underneath it, we might have about 40 to 50 words because there's other things that it's so many things that make that up. It's so many things that make up a good friend, a real friend, let alone friend. Friend is one thing. When you start putting real in front of it, good in front of it, man, you might have 100 words because it's so much that meets that has to be had to meet that criteria. It's crazy. So I think sometimes look at friends like, okay, what can they do for me? So for me, let me give you an example. For me, right? Somebody might say, let me get $100. All right, I give them $100. That don't, and they might tag me, yo, man, this guy overlook out. That's my real friend. No, I'm not your real friend. I had $100 and I gave it to you. Like, that's it. I had 100, I gave it to you. That's not me being a real friend. Now, if I only had $100, all right, and you needed it for something, and I really needed it for something, but I felt like what you needed it for was to better you, and I'm just pushing you, and it's other factors into why I gave you $100. That's a little different. But me giving you $100 ain't me being a friend. That's just me giving you $100. The bank give out loans. They your friend? No, because they'll definitely come collect and take everything from you and be your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we be measuring things on the wrong scale. So when you say good friend, just go back to the post. When you say good friend, when you say a real friend, like you gotta really make that criteria. And I'm not gonna sit here and make it now. Maybe the next one I'll do it. But like, I want to know from my listeners, from my people that comment on YouTube, my people that comment on Facebook, like, what's a real friend? Like, what are some criteria you think are needed to be a real friend, a good friend, either one, real friend, good friend, whatever. What's the criteria? Because just a friend ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Not in this day and age, right? So what's the criteria? And what are some things that a real friend possess, a good friend possess? Like, what are those traits, those factors? You know what I'm saying? What are the characteristics that a real friend is supposed to possess? But I definitely agree wholeheartedly with this post. I definitely felt like when somebody moved on and they're in different space in life, let that thing go, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let it go. You really gotta appreciate the good things, man. Like, once you out of something negative, you gotta appreciate the good things. And then honestly, even come out of something negative ain't always the best, because it's a whole bunch. It's a why factor. It's a, did you do everything right factor. Sometimes we think we come out of something negative and we the problem. It's not even the person that's the problem. You think because you over. That's not even that. So it's about really sitting back, reflecting sometimes, and giving self-diagnosis. What I did wrong. Like, what did I do? What could I have done better? How does this person feel about me? It's always like, I feel this way. I feel this way. How does this person feel about me? So I don't know. For me, I like the post. If I want to read it, I agree with it. But I've been ranting on Facebook, on Snapchat sometimes, and somebody asked me like, what's with you in this? And it's like, the friend thing, regardless of a real friend, bad friend, I don't care, good friend, best friend, long friend, short friend. It's just certain things I feel like you just don't speak about when it comes to friends. Now, if you out of something, and I'm a wholeheartedly say this, I feel like you don't really complain to your friends or family about certain things, especially when it comes to like relationship stuff, unless you really know you done. And that's why I always feel like when it comes to relationship stuff or like real close friendship stuff, I feel like you gotta speak about it with that person. You have to speak about it with that person at hand. You cannot go and think that, oh, this person gives good advice, let me go to this person and talk. No. Because I feel like once you start to put your business out there, you start to expose other people's business. So if me and person A got something going on, but person A goes and tell another person, now it's A, B, and C. That's too much. Because now me and A probably can't even like repair what was there, because I'm probably upset that C knows our information now on my business. A lot of times things can be repaired, can be fixed, can be worked on, until you start to let outsiders in your business. And I'm a firm believer in that. Like, let's take care of it first before we start bringing all these people in our business. Because now, whether they right or wrong, I don't care about that. Like, that's not the problem. The problem is them knowing. Because now they feel like they in our relationship. Once you take advice from somebody, like relationship advice, it's like almost like you invest. It's almost like when you take advice from someone, you let them invest in your relationship. So now they want they get back every other month. What's going on? What's going on with y'all? How things going now? How else can I invest in this relationship? I want to invest more into this relationship that I'm not a part of. Tell me the bad news. What he did bad? What she did bad? Leave her. Leave him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also I'm a firm believer in, like, if you're dealing with somebody, whether it's your friend, whether it's your relationship, it's romantic, not romantic, whatever, platonic, best friend, whatever, you really, like, a outsider is not going to know how to deal with that person more than you, in my opinion. I don't think an outsider can, like, if it's me, I don't think somebody outside of whatever me and somebody got going on going to be able to tell that person how to deal with me. I know how to deal with me, and that person will learn, if they want to, how to deal with me. And that's it. It ain't nothing about you got to go here. No, don't do that. Deal with me, and I'm gonna deal with you. Once we start going out here, and we might, so it's not a relationship no more. We just having a party. To me, at this point. But I got off a tangent. I won't supposed to get into that. That's episodes down the line. Yeah. So another person asked me something, and they said, what was my daughter? Person, right? She said, Dad, she said, what you like better, like Dollar General or Family Dollar? And it took a minute. I'm thinking, like, so I said, people only shop at the dollar store because they don't want to go to Walmart, or they in a rush. They don't feel like, they don't care. You might not look a certain way, so you can't go in Walmart being seen with your scarf on, your rag on. Nobody just wakes up and really loves a dollar store. We just don't want to go to Walmart. We don't want to get dressed up. We don't want to be seen. We don't want to be in them crazy lines. We don't want to be around a bunch of people. We don't want to spend too much money. Dollar store, you limited. They only got this. This is the threshold. You know what I'm saying? That's the dollar store. But when I really think about it for real, the dollar store been pissing me off lately, man. Like for years. And I always try to be that person that like, think like, okay, well, as a consumer, you being, you being too much. Like it's ways different companies go about things. But no, the dollar store, every reason we go to the dollar store is horrible. I don't want to wait in line. You be in there longer than you be in Walmart sometimes. And it be two cashiers sometimes. They just choose to move slow. I don't know why. I don't be seeing a lot of people. Son, I've been seeing some crazy lines at Family Dollar lately. Like, back to the toothpaste. Like, why is the line back there? So, for all the reasons that you go into all the reasons that you go into the dollar store for or want to in the first place, it's null and void. Dollar stores are really becoming trash. I gotta stop saying that. I told myself I was gonna stop saying things was trash that I didn't help build. But you get my drift. Consumerism. I try to take a step back sometime and be like, I'm a consumer. Let me see. I'm in retail. Let me see how this. No, dollar stores is horrible, man. Dollar stores is a scam. For every reason you go into a dollar store, every reason you think you go into a dollar store, is wrong. Oh, things are cheap. Wrong. Things not even $1 no more in a dollar store. Like, stuff don't even be $1. It's very rare you're gonna find something that's under $1 at the dollar store. Everything's over $1. So I don't understand what we need to call a family something else. I don't know, family cinco. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't know, something else. But nickel general dollar. No, nickel general. It don't matter. But yeah, man. The dollar stores ain't what they used to be. Look, I do want to say this, man. This week, I know we didn't put the Mainway season 2 episode 3 out, but they had the event they had going on with VPN, so that's the reason why I didn't come out. It will be out next Friday. That's the finale, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you watch that. I want your feedback on that. I will do a thinking aloud with myself probably, or maybe with Slim. Who knows? I'll do a thinking aloud. We'll break down the show or something like that. Maybe we'll call it to who knows. We'll break down the show. Let me know if there's any guests you want to see on the pod, any particular type of businesses you want me to explore, whether it be financial literacy, which I'm not trying to do, but I would. I got certain guests for that. Whether it be real estate, whether it be just anything with financial, as far as spending, saving, stocks, bonds, where to put your money at, this type of stuff. Like, let me know and point me in the right direction. I'll definitely do it. My main thing is education right now. Morning Master start off that. It's about educating about Augusta, but now that I'm in a point where I feel like I have educated about Augusta so much, and I still will continue to, because there's so much to the city. I also want to educate people in Augusta. You know what I'm saying? Use my platform for that. So it's dope. I ain't gonna lie, man. You be at these events, right? And you be seeing people and they be talking to you, be giving you a fob, and I'm not by all means saying I'm the most popular guy in the world. I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm a very regular person, right? But I do not be knowing these people sometimes, and it'd be so hard because on one end, like, my upbringing and how I am is like, I'm so standoffish. I don't like to be touched when I'm out. I don't want somebody walking up on me. But then in the same breath, it's like, I'm in media, so sometimes I have to. Cause people are like, oh, you do such and such, right? I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna say no, but I'm like, yeah. And then they talking from there. That's probably one of the toughest parts about being in the media. Whether you feel like I'm being successful or not successful, whatever, but being in the media and having some things going on, some things brewing up, some motion brewing up, is going places and people knowing you're not knowing them. That's scary. That is scary. Because you never know why somebody know you. You never know like what you done did, what you didn't do. You got to live life to the fullest. That's why you got to live life right, man. Because you never know who you're going to bump into. I be at all these places and people be knowing me, dapping me up, saying they like this, they like that. And you never know. You might run into the wrong person. You might run into somebody who don't like you so much. You know what I'm saying? Who don't feel like what you're doing is that fantastic or that special. You know what I'm saying? For whatever the reason was. So yeah, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. This is another thinking out loud. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment on YouTube if you can. I like YouTube comments, so comment on that. I like to read those back sometimes.